This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back to News 46. Embattled dog owner Nancy Lord makes a controversial plea deal in court today.
Guilty on 10 of 50 counts. That was the plea agreement local attorney Nancy Lord made this morning regarding charges of her ongoing animal control violations. Lord appeared in court today after posting a bail set at $50,000, $1,000 for each of the 50 counts Lord was charged with after her arrest last month regarding reports of animal abuse and neglect. The prosecution and Ms. Lord's neighbors contend that Lord has over 50 dogs on her property on Peckstein Street that are a public nuisance. But now, as part of her new plea deal, Lord has agreed to relinquish ownership of her dogs to her domestic partner. She's also agreed not to own any canines for 2 years. So, according to an animal control rep, the 9 remaining dogs of Lord's that are still in the possession of Nye County Animal Control will be transported to the SPCA, a no-kill shelter in Las Vegas, next week. As part of her deal, Lord must also pay a $500 fine for each of the 10 counts she has pleaded guilty to. That's a total of $5,000. Lord told News 46 that she's pleased with today's outcome and her main concern is her dogs. However, many of the more than a dozen concerned citizens, neighbors, and animal rights supporters who came to Lord's court proceedings today are not happy.
These cases where someone has been persecuted by the county officials, in the end they've won, and a number of them have actually recovered in civil actions. But in my case, there was something that was irreparable, and that was the lives of my dogs.
She gave up her ownership, but the dogs were also owned by her significant other, and who has basically it'd be like a joint tenancy in the dogs as well.
And that what she's doing now is claiming that her roommate or whoever it is has possession of the dogs. So the issue has not been resolved. There's over 50 dogs there. They're out every day. You can't do nothing in the neighborhood. She knows how to play the system. She's playing it today, and she's done a really good job at it.
I'm tired of it. They run in my yard. They get in my trash.
But at the end of the day, if she doesn't reduce the number of dogs that she's owning, keeping, possessing, cohabitating with, or otherwise, that she otherwise has to zero, the court has the power to put her in jail.
As part of her deal, Lord will not serve any jail time, but if Lord violates her plea agreement, she could serve 3 months in jail for each count she pleaded guilty to, which would total 30 months behind bars. This is Eunette Gentry reporting for News 46.
The VFW Men's Auxiliary is playing against Girls That Love Softball for what they are calling the grudge match.
We're here today to remind people about our annual softball game. So it's the VFW Men's Auxiliary versus Girls Who Love Softball. So we are trying to raise funds for the VFW, and in turn, the VFW donates to the PVHS softball team. So the event is Sunday, the 21st of February at noon, and it's out at the softball field at the high school. And admission is only $1. So if you come and you bring $1, you get in. The snack bar is open so you can have lunch. We have raffles. We have fun. I don't know if you came last year, you know that it's a little crazy. This year it's the revenge because last year the VFW won. So the girls are out for some revenge this year.
Oh, and we do have the shuttle service from the parking lot to the field because it's kind of a little jaunt for those who might be disabled or elderly. So we've got a shuttle service that'll be going back and forth.
The almost 400 homeless youth in our town are lacking the basic necessities of life. The United Methodist Church has now added a bin for those who would like to donate to the kids 24/7.
We have an outreach ministry here, which the church has decided to sponsor for the homeless and at-risk children at the Nye County School District. And Miss Linda Fitzgibbons is in charge of that program, and she accepts clothing and other things at her office. But we wanted to have one where people could come 24/7, and they could come any day, any time, and deposit their new and gently used clothing for the youngsters that are at risk and are homeless. And there's some 360 or 380 at the last count, homeless children within the Nye County School District. Plus, more than half the children in the school district are at no or low-cost lunches, so they're at the poverty level or below, and those are usually at-risk children.
So this bin is available all the time?
24/7, yes. Anytime anyone wants to drop off clothing, gently used or new shoes, we're happy to have them deposited here. It goes directly from here over to Miss Fitzgibbons at the school district, and she uses it for the program, the McGinney-Finto program.
And you guys are located right off Highway 372 and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. This bin is in the back of the church, right?
That's correct, yes it is. And there's a large sign which shows you where it is so that we can see it. And there's lighting back here so it's not dark. When the sun goes down, it'll be plenty of light for the people to...
So you guys decided to do this, why?
Well, we have a prison outreach ministry with the lady that goes to prisons every week. We have a modest food bank, which is open Monday and Tuesday. We have the rummage sale, which is the proceeds are used to help the community. But I work for the school district. I'm the mailman there, and I saw some needs that weren't being fulfilled. And I met with Linda Fitzgibbons, and she said, yes, they can always use more help. And so I presented it to the outreach committee, and they approved it, and now we're going forward with this ministry.
And so if people want to get involved, they can stop on by the United Methodist Church here. If they want to drop off the items, just come on by. It's open all the time.
Exactly right. Or they can go to Linda Fitzgibbons' office, which is directly across West Street from the Southern District office.
And for more information on your guys' church services, how can they get in touch with you, or they can just stop on by? What time are they?
The church services are at 5:30 on a Wednesday night. That's an uplift service, and 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. And we also have Bible studies, and we also have Sunday school, and they can call the church.
After this break, we'll have your world news.